Good morning. I don't have Jackie this morning to hold the phone, so I just wanted to show you where we are. We're in North Dakota. We're going to go south through Standing Rock Indian tribes land and then up to Cannonball. I want to read you what came to me, obviously in a dream. I do my morning pages every morning right now, and this is what came. I woke up in deep communion with Spirit this morning. I was told, you will never know what there is that is valuable to say or valuable to do. That there's an energy in human beings that far goes beyond us trying to figure out what's going on. And we need to use that valuable life force energy at this time. We need to be able to be one with creation, and we do that by trusting the depth within which we can speak to our connection to life, our connection to each other, our connection to the land. I woke up thinking about those that'll come after us, and what would we say to them right now? What would we say to the young people by the Missouri, fighting for their future, fighting for the future of the sacred? There's also something about focused intent. Not just intentions, but focused intent, to keep your mind on something over a long period of time. It's very different than worrying about something over a long period of time. This trip for me was focused intent. It was the power of being able to take an action, to move with spirit, to be alive with the creative power of transversing a portion of the United States of America, just stopping at different rivers and in different sacred areas to put my weight to it. In one way, this is a prophecy that is only held by the native tribes, but it doesn't hurt. In fact, it helps for those of us that care about life, that hold the elements of life to be sacred, to give our weight to it. It's why I developed the creation exercises so people could be in resonant language with creation, so their words were not the chatter of a bobblehead mental mind, but were the resonant language of creation itself. Be careful during this time. There's so much you can get sucked in by. It's so easy to get to this like a football game, like who's going to win, and cheering for one of the two sides. Remember, up to the last minute, a person can be pulled out of quicksand and they can be caught and saved before they go over into the abyss. So this is for all people. There is not against the oil companies, against the government, against anyone. It's with the human species, so that the human species can be more than it was ever before, and that there is evidence for that. I want to be clear about what I'm speaking about, because there is a phenomenon in your body. It's called your cellular memory. And your cells need you to speak the sacred connection you have to life. They hurt if you don't speak that sacred connection. They get weakened when they're bombarded by the minutiae, the trivia of the world. So they need you to feed them life. I know that people are out there. I know that there are those that are not conned or trapped by the minutiae, that they can stay on their feet. So you need to decide what is important for you and stand on your own side and share that place you're standing with the world and be that place you're standing. My dream was a continuum of what had me come on this trip. The earth was swallowing up people whose homes were built on riverbanks and ocean fronts. Governments were fighting over water and land and air rights. My original vision, everything was collapsing and fear was rampant. In my dream last night, people were reaching for North Dakota, and it was pulling prayer and sustenance like the Old Testament where Moses reached out and the water parted. There was this phenomenon of the promised land, almost like vines reaching through the calcified minds and spirits, cracking the concrete and reaching for the sun. It is good to find out what's happening and to be aware of what is happening, but it's in your gestures and your words and your spirit that it all takes place. So we're off in an hour. I'm nervous and excited and know what I am to do, and we'll see what else calls.